autumn means a return to classrooms for students, more time spent indoors together, and while we spend more time with friends and loved ones over the holidays, all of those factors can lead to an increased chance of getting sick. People have lots of questions around how to stay well, so today we have two family medicine experts joining us, Andy Kubisch, a physician assistant, and Lauren Jesko, a nurse practitioner. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
So we know that artificial intelligence is all the rage right now, but we also need that human expertise and wisdom. So Andy and Lauren, we're going to have you answer some common questions that come in around how to stay well, okay? Let's take a look at our first question here. What vaccines should I consider?
Vaccines are the best way for kids to prevent illnesses such as measles, whooping cough, even polio. Using the vaccine schedule put out by the CDC is the best way to ensure that your kids are covered during their most vulnerable times. Most schools do require up-to-date vaccines to help prevent outbreaks, and so you can talk to your family provider about which vaccines your kids need.
And what about for adults? Are there any recommendations for vaccines?
We recommend flu first for everyone. Pneumonia is very important for older adults and those with weakened immune systems. Shingles is a painful outbreak that affects 1 in 3 adults in their lifetime. And then boosters such as pertussis and MMR are important as well.
Okay. Followed up by that question here, can I get multiple vaccines at the same time?
Absolutely. It's safe, it's effective, and it's less time consuming.
Okay, we always like that. Save time where we can. All right, our next question. Should I take a vitamin D supplement? And what does vitamin D do for our bodies?
Vitamin D does a couple things. One of its most important roles is with calcium absorption, which is good not only early in life, but also later in life to reduce the risk of osteoporosis. It also has some impact on our mood. Living in Wisconsin, I find a lot of people do tend to be deficient. And so I actually recommend it even over taking a multivitamin because it's one of the few that we're actually deficient in. It's a fat-soluble vitamin, so you'll absorb it a little bit better if you take it with a meal.
Okay. All right, our next question, how can I boost my immunity?
We can boost our immunity a couple different ways. I think some of the most important ways are well within our control. It's through our diet. I can't overstate the importance of a healthy diet, eating whole fruits and vegetables, whole foods in general, and trying to follow a low glycemic index diet or a low sugar diet is really important as well. Getting an adequate amount of sleep is also really important. 7 to 9 hours is the recommendation. If you're getting less than that, it does put you a little bit higher risk for getting infections. It doesn't allow our immune system to function as adequately. Getting enough hydration, 64 ounces of water or 8-ounce glasses. And then exercise is also super important. Staying active throughout the year, not just when the weather is nice, but also in the winter months. There's a couple studies that show that staying active does reduce our risk of getting illness or at least the severity of the illness if we do get sick.
Okay, all good tips because it's bound to happen, right? We're all going to get sick.
Yes.
Okay. How do I know if I should stay home from school or work when I do get sick?
Yeah, this is a great question. This is one that we get quite often. So if you're having fevers, a new cough, sore throat, or stomach symptoms like vomiting or diarrhea, it's best to stay home to prevent the spread of illness to other people and just to give your body some time to recover. You should be fever-free for at least 24 hours and then without stomach symptoms again for 24 hours before returning to work or school.
Okay. What's the best way to recover if I do get sick with a cold or a virus?
Staying well hydrated is going to help loosen secretions in our sinuses and also help us get mucus out of our lungs if we've got mucus accumulating there as well. Just kind of keeps everything thin. It's good to get rest, like Lauren was saying. Rest is really important just to let our body recover. We don't want to be doing a lot of strenuous things if we can help it. One of the best things you can do is avoid sugar. Sugar can make the viral symptoms last longer and also be more severe. So I tell everyone just to try and limit sugar when you're sick and just eat healthy foods as much as possible.
Okay, these are all really great pieces of advice. Before you go, can you talk through some options for care?
Primary care should be everyone's first stop for things like checkups, chronic conditions, and then non-urgent needs. For some of those more urgent needs like sprains, sutures, things of that nature, urgent care is a great option as well.
We also do have some expanded virtual options as well, so that's something that people can be utilizing if they'd like to. It's also just important to note if people are having really severe symptoms, really bad shortness of breath, uncontrolled vomiting, can't keep anything down. Those might be things that are better to be addressed in the ER.
All right, this is excellent advice. Thank you both so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.